People, deluded, I'm back again. Obviously, Arsenal and Olympiacos drew 2 goals, well, drew 2-2, we're out via away goals. Before I continue, congratulations to Olympiacos. You heard their manager come out and say, we can do this thing against Arsenal. It's only half time in the tie and all of these things. And I do think, again, I don't think Arteta would have, how do I put it, made them be under any illusion that that just because they play for Arsenal and these men play for Olympiacos, they're going to win. But I do, based on what I've seen, I'm not even going to play devil's advocate. I think they disrespected Olympiacos today. We'll get into it, but like I said, Olympiacos deserve it. It was only half time in that tie when we played them. It took us 81 minutes, 9 minutes from time to get that Lacazette goal last time. And this is what these players need to learn: game management. Kill the game in the first leg. Obviously the second, to score and then concede, given the context, is disgraceful, people. It's disgraceful. I'm not going to sit here. First one that comes to mind, Leno could have done better for that goal. Lacazette has been in woeful form and he was woeful today. But I'm not going to sit here and say he's the reason we lost over the 2 legs. Of course, he should have scored. Of course, to a degree, he's played a part. But what I'd say is, it's never a singular person. We are here because of everybody, people. Lacazette, I'm not even defending Lacazette because he was poor and has been poor. But his goal, actually, you know, if he didn't score in the first leg, where would we be? What I mean by that is, Lacazette included, which players over them 2 legs can look themselves in the mirror and say, I couldn't have done more, whether I'm the goalie, defenders, strikers, whatever. It's probably only Aubameyang. What more could he do today, really? They've got to hold their hands up. We knew our season was riding on this, people. Again, top 4 is a myth. 5th, again, we can target that. But if you wait for whoever come out and say City have won it, that's not there. Europa League was firmly arting. Obviously, I believe it's Arteta's first game managing in the Europa League at the Emirates. And now he's out. His predecessor, Unai Emery, done this thing. And now you're just looking at potentially, all we can do is try and win games and finish as high as we can in the table. Put all our energy into the FA Cup run, people. Because it's over. It's over. Players didn't play today. Players didn't play like their season was on the line. Players didn't play like this is a meal ticket into the Champions League. I'm not going to lie. You lot know man of a scapegoat and carry on a certain sort of way. But I think we disrespected Olympiacos today. The only positive I'll give us, first 10 minutes, I'm so mad I need to even find my notes, people. Stuttering more than I usually stutter. Where's them notes? Where are them backside notes? Do you not forget them notes, man? Oh, here they are. Yeah, here we go, people. I feel, like I said, unlike the first leg where we started off from the first minute, literally first 10, I felt it was all Olympiacos in the first leg. Second leg, the only benefit I'll give us is that we started a bit stronger. But apart from Mustafi today, I don't feel anybody did their thing. I think Xhaka recovered well. I think Pepe, while he frustrates with his decision making at times, was only, obviously Aubameyang scored and Martinelli came on and looked bright. But Pepe, to a degree, looked like the only one that was trying to make something happen. Mustafi put his body on the line for us. He's played a lot of football, considering the form he's in. It sucks that he was holding his hamstring. Don't want to play devil's advocate, but with hamstrings, he could be back next game. It could just be cramp, or he could be out for a month. You never know until we get the diagnosis, people. Like I said, we didn't play like Champions League, like our season was on the line. And I honestly believe just like that, Aubameyang's gone, man. You see the man look, what's even the word? I'm so rattled. Dejected, people. I don't know why I go off of my speech today, but dejected. Like, it's ridiculous, man. To score, given that we shouldn't be in that situation in the second half anyways, going into half time, this game should have been done. It's disgraceful. But going back to the first half, I felt midfield, Xhaka recovered, but Xhaka was poor on the ball. I feel Ceballos was giving the ball away. Ozil was probably the worst out of the 3. I'm a big Mesut Ozil fan, as you lot know. But something, for whatever you criticise Ozil about, the final ball and the accuracy of the pass is 2 things that's synonymous with Ozil. Missing today. I couldn't believe some of the things I was seeing. Like I said, Xhaka recovered, but it weren't enough. Bellerin, how Maitland-Niles hasn't been given a run, I don't know. If Arteta backs Bellerin, then that's enough for me. I'll always protect my players and defend my players. But I can't see what Bellerin's bringing to the table in particular, to be fair with you people. I really can't see it. Lacazette, they left said on Lacazette as well. They're better. Lacazette, some of these misses you're missing is you're at the point you're laughing now, really. You're laughing really and truly. Going into this game, we knew the threats they posed. That striker's a 33-year-old street striker, forgive me if I'm wrong. They've got Valbuena, who actually delivered that lovely set piece, people, that led to the first goal, people. Not to scapegoat Mesut Ozil. Again, I have to look at Arteta in this game, because why is Mesut Ozil in a position to man mark? Mesut lets his runner go, and they obviously head it in, people. It's poor. And I'm a big fan of Arteta. He's still learning on the job. And I won't go as far to say he played a big part in us losing today, but I'd have to you have to give him praise and critique fairly. I feel the game management today from the players and him wasn't quite there. I feel the substitutions, they took a bit long, and you weren't really doing the right substitutions. I don't see what Joe was meant to bring to this game. I don't know how Ozil stayed on the field. Don't know how Martinelli didn't come on longer. Same with Lacazette, people, how he didn't come off longer. And obviously you could say going free at the back played a part in us conceding that goal, people. It was poor. Early on, you could see we was going in a 4-4-2. We had a bit of shape. It did look like we weren't creating anything. It did look like we didn't know what to do. It did look like we didn't know whether to stick or twist to try and hold this 1-goal lead or go forward. Clearly, it was a thing where we wasn't going to force it. But I did feel runs in behind, movement, basic passing, just looking like a team going to score was all evading us really and truly in this game. Yes, in the second half, there was a fight back and more emphasis and we're making things happen. And obviously, the one bright spark is, despite going to extra time and them things, Aubameyang, lovely volley, played from who played that? I'm so rattled, I can't remember. All I can remember is go and watch that goal again, people, and look at Aubameyang's movement. I think Mesut Ozil's the one who crossed it. Martinelli, who looked sharp in his cameo, kept it alive. Aubameyang volleyed it home, and it got us back in the game. But again, you're 2, 3, 4, maybe even 5 max minutes from the end of the game. Where's the game management? Where is the game management? It's ridiculous, and I do have to believe there was a degree of overconfidence, a degree of arrogance, a degree of people thinking they're better than they actually are. Because prior to this game, we're unbeaten in 2020. We're unbeaten in 10 games in this so far. Well, prior to this. We're not taking no shots. Do I even have it, people? Statistically, the amount of shots we took come the 70-odd minute was poor. First half was woeful as well, people. It was very much like Unai Emery's Arsenal, if I'm completely honest with you lot, people. Saying that Emery got us to the Europa League finals, he kind of tarnished them and there. But at half-time, people, we've had 3 shots, they've had 4. We've had none on target. It's poor, people. It's poor. Let me go and find what I saw at the 75th minute as well, people. And White Torreira was... Look. Arsenal failed to produce a single shot on target in the first 75 minutes against Olympiacos. We're at home, people. We are at home. We're only 1-0 up. We know the away goals are shed. I'm not saying we've got to be naive and fling hella bodies forward, but it's ridiculous. Everyone's got to take blame. Arteta, I'm about to say Emery. Arteta, I love Arteta, and I'm not turning on him and stuff, but you got to call games where you see it. Tactically, it weren't quite there. The players, they were poor. I think there was a bit of arrogance assuming that we've done enough to go through. Don't think the application was quite there. Don't think the basic level of respect for Olympiacos was there, if I'm completely honest with you. I do think a bit of fatigue. Listen, I'm not critiquing Arteta because I was saying play the strongest team and these sort of things there, especially going into the FA Cup against Portsmouth. But it did look like there was a bit of fatigue in our play and whatnot. It did look like there was numerous heavy legs out there. These are no excuses to lose, and especially in the fashion we did. We should have managed the game properly. And this is, listen, these players have to learn. It's 180 minutes of football. You won the 90. What's going on? And again, there's not one player at a push. Probably Mustafi. Aubameyang obviously scored. I think Pepe, while he frustrates, looked like he was trying to make something happen. I don't feel there's one player in that Arsenal team that can look in the mirror and say they did everything they could today and this result isn't on them. It's a collective L. We deserve the bants. I know a lot of you rival fans are probably watching up my thing and laughing. We deserve it. We went out. Again, I can't remember United's first leg result, but I swear they lost the first leg. Them man, they are going through. And English teams and other big European teams, based on the fact Arsenal got to the final, them man, they are laughing now. Them man, they are laughing. Like, it's... You might as well just write off. Now the season was always written off for me. But the season is just written off now. Like, there's no Europa League. Let's try to win the FA Cup. Listen, we're not going to get full fifth, but let's just try to finish as high as we can if that can be done. Arteta, games like this, I'm not saying a man has to make mistakes, but make your mistakes now. Blood your players, learn from this, and we move forward, because that's all we can get from this season, Carl. For me, especially, listen, we were really woeful game bar the second half where we started to make things happen and push for that goal. It didn't look like Man thought their season was on the line. It felt like they thought, oh, we can get another chance. And again, I'm not just to play devil's advocate. Arteta before the game said, we've got 3 chances of Europe. This was obviously one which is gone. 4th, because he said top 4. I assume 5th was one as well because of what's happened in life. Now there's 2 opportunities, and we're wishing on a star in 4th. If you want to, look on the bright side, you can say, oh, there's less games, more recovery, we can focus on the league and do these things. But these players have proven time and time again, when it gets tough, they're not prepared to walk. And I am being unfair because we have had some games, more so in the league, where we've shown fight, determination and whatnot. but it's arrogance. Arteta messed up with his substitutions and reluctance to make them. They were baffling. But the players lost this game. Everyone collectively has to hold this out. But the players, arrogance. Olympiacos, before the first leg, you know how they played against Spurs and Bayern Munich. They put in shifts. You heard how their manager was speaking before this game, saying, you know, I believe in my team, I can do these things. And he's been backed up. Man might have been mocking him in the Greek paper and the English paper. Now he's a messiah and a genius, and they fully deserve to go through. I hope they win it, because we all love an underdog. I don't want United to win it or anything. I hope they win it. They deserve to go through, because that's what football's about. Basic fighting for your teammates. Basic refusing to give up. Even when they scored and conceded the equaliser, they still believed in themselves, people. They still believed getting keepers up and that. Like, it's a joke, man. It's a joke. I want to say we move, but all we have to do now is focus on Monday in the FA Cup against Portsmouth away from home. I will be at West Ham's, Arsenal versus West Ham on the Saturday next week. But for now, there's not much more to say, people. I'm just going to go to make the player ratings video. On that note, Deluded, I'm out. Thank you for watching and rocking each and every time, folks. I'm out.